Hello and welcome to episode 6, where Manny goes from being trapped in the closet to being the Count of Monte Cristo and also James Bond. We also find a really important Mexican Loteria card that this game was partially based on and link Manny to his ancestor Katrina. Don't think that's in here. Just watch. Hey, remember this Loteria card? That's it over there in the can. I don't know if you've ever heard of Prince Albert in a can, but that over there is Calavera in a can.
Hey, is anybody out there?
And that's the can opener.
So, Manuel, have you thought about what you have done?
Sure, the right answer will get you out of here, but the wrong answers get you information.
Who's out there? I'm you, or rather, I was you, years ago.
Nope, Salvador Limones is voiced by a guy named Sal Lopez.
Yeah, well, I'm me now, so get lost. What are they gonna do to me? I don't want to alarm you, Agent Calavera.
They hadn't even given him the recruitment offer, and they're already calling him Agent. It's like they know him better than he knows himself.
But have you ever seen a man sprout it? Yeah, I saw this boxer get a pretty bad cauliflower here once. Then you don't know. There's nothing more horrible than the bite of the sprouter. Its deadly stinger spreads a green disease through every calcified pore on your body, leaving you veined with roots and flocked with grass, steadily growing thicker and thicker until you crash and bloom out in a horrifying bouquet of pain and fragrant suffering, screaming until your mouth fills with petals and your nostrils shoot out thorny stems, and the bulbs sprout in your eyes, leaving you nothing but a patch of wild flowers on the ground swarming with butterflies. Are you done? Yes. No, I've never seen that.
This whole thing, it's news to him. He's either a real newbie to the land of the dead, or he really doesn't get around much.
Get me out of here. The only way out, Manuel, is to be taken back in. If you are truly still loyal to this company, declare it loudly. The management might hear and stick you right back in their fold.
I know that the right answer is obvious.
Yeah? Well, I got something they can stick in their fold. You have to try harder than that, Manuel. A man's loyalties decide his destiny.
But there is a no parking sign on the left, and I wanna ignore it and park Manny here a little longer.
I ain't saying nothing until my lawyer gets here. Lawyer? Oh, Manny, that is quite humorous.
He doesn't get a lawyer for a whole nother year, so he'd have to wait there a whole year to get a lawyer.
Hey, guard! How's my little Count of Monte Cristo?
And that is the piece of information that we've been waiting for. I didn't know initially how important this is. First, I googled it and I ended up trying to read some of the Spark Notes. But then I gave up and ended up just reading the Amazon movie reviews of the Count of Monte Cristo. The short of it is, the Count of Monte Cristo is imprisoned by his family and then spends the next 1,000 pages or so seeking revenge. To do this, he changes costumes and roles so frequently, some people think he doesn't even have a true self. Manny does have his strong native bones that still belong to his people. However, we are on the cusp of Manny's first role change right now. And the Count had a love interest named Mercedes as well. She is the saddest character in the story, with the most suffering, kinda like Meche, and Mercedes does not end up with the Count at the end. She ends up having to marry someone else who doesn't love her and whom she doesn't love. So, in that way, they're different than Meche because Meche and Manny end up together. Although, Manny never actually says that he loves Meche, not even at the very end.
No, really. Who are you?
I'm a fellow prisoner, my friend.
Maybe, but your cell's a lot bigger than mine, jailmate.
If he wants the Count of Monte Cristo, let's give him some revenge.
I'm thinking about getting out and getting even. That's it.
If you are still loyal,
Lay down and roll over and bark the company fight song, I know. The DOD runs a crooked game, and I intend to prove it.
you would do that? That could cause this agency a lot of trouble.
Oh look, 2 lies and 1 truth again.
All I want is my job back.
I see. Well, keep up the faith.
And honesty was not the best policy here.
Hey, guard!
How's my little Count of Monte Cristo?
Look, you gotta open the door for me, amigo. How many times do I have to say I'm sorry?
I do not care if you're sorry. I want to know if you are loyal.
The DOD runs a crooked game, and I intend to prove it.
I've heard you make threats in anger before. My question is, would you really want to hurt the DOD?
This is like one of those job interviews where it doesn't matter what the truth is, you just gotta sound convincing in just the right way.
I'm gonna blow the lid off this place.
Young man, you are an enemy of the Department of Death. Welcome to the club. Salvador Limones and guest.
Where are you?
Standing in front of the wall, just like that, Salvador looks exactly like this card. This card saying talks about going to and from the barracks, which is what Salvador is currently doing. But people are encouraged to invent their own sayings for these cards. For me, this card will always say,
¡Viva la revolución! To the headquarters of the LSA.
LSA?
The Lost Souls Alliance. We're a small group, Manuel. We're always looking for new soldiers.
To do what exactly?
We need help in our intelligence unit. You know Eva, of course.
Manny?
she's just mad because he's a meaner server hacker than she
I uncovered
is.
a web of corruption in our beloved Department of Death. I have reason to believe that the Bureau of Acquisitions is cheating the very souls it was chartered to serve. I think someone is robbing these poor, naive souls of their rightful destinies, leaving them no option but to march on a treacherous trail of tears, unprotected and alone, like babies, Manuel, like babies.
What's your evidence?
Is the best response to a conspiracy theory.
That's where you come in, Manuel. Or should I call you Agent Calavera?
Manny suits me fine.
Don't believe him. That's his suit talking.
I just want my job back so I can work off my time and get out of this dump.
This is the first upgrade he gets to his identity, and he's resisting it.
Well, you won't even be able to get out of this city without my help. Which means, of course, you won't be able to find that woman and you'll never get your job back.
Did you just see that? The quest for Meche was all Salvador's idea. Salvador, the former Reaper, has just made a really good sale.
When you're ready to join the cause, Manuel, come talk to me. We might be of some use to each other.
A pro-adventure gamer understands that means do everything else first. So let's talk to Ava.
So you're not really a secretary?
I'm a spy, Manny.
Well, that's the last time we used that temp agency.
If there is contract work in your afterlife, you know which way you went.
Doesn't Cabal wonder where you are?
Don and Domino were both locked up in Don's office.
Try
with
saying
some
that
big
5
bitch from
times
downtown,
fast.
Some fatty in a fez.
Who is the fat man, I wonder? And how does he fit into this sinister puzzle?
Was that necessary?
How long have you been a spy?
Salvador recruited me about a year ago. I couldn't resist him. He's just so...
So, remember this?
I'd have more work to do if you had more clients.
She knew the whole time.
Ava, you gotta get me out of town. They're gonna sprout me.
You can't leave, Manny. We need access to the DoD computer network if we're ever gonna find out what's going on. And we can't access without a salesman like you. The computer IDs you when you log on.
How does it do that? Fingerprints? I don't have any.
Your teeth, Manny. Haven't you ever noticed your computer scanning your teeth when you log on?
I thought that was just a power surge.
We need your teeth, Manny. We can't let you go. Sorry.
What are you working on there?
I'm trying to get this radio working so we can use it in the field, but it looks pretty hopeless. Salvador's right. We need good old-fashioned homing pigeons to communicate with our field agents.
You have field agents?
No, it's just Sal and me right now. But someday, Manny.
I'm off.
Fight the good fight, babe.
And that was the original Three Dog at her radio.
It's my boss's secretary's evil twin.
Just me, honey.
Any messages for me?
Yes. Join or die.
But I'm already...
Again.
So...
We never
you won't
find
let me
out
of here.
how
Sorry.
Manny died the
I'll help
first
you out,
time.
but not your teeth. Think it over.
Like Meche and her chickenpox, he died young. Maybe it was the cigarettes. Maybe it was a falling toilet seat from a space station. Maybe he hung himself by his tie in his closet. Again, she says.
Okay, I'm in. What do I have to do? I'm going to build an...
Now that is a beautiful thing. Manny joining the revolution just like the original Calavera. This was a caricature that played a role in the Mexican Revolution against dictatorship. She symbolized all the people who were dead inside while they put on Western clothing. And through her role, she gained redemption. Here she is, welcomed among her people. In this way as well, Manny must make amends and save his soul.
Why are you still here, Calavera? Go get me an Air Force before it hatches.
Do you know something I don't know?
Have you ever wondered why your clients, even your best clients, never seem to qualify for the packages you know they deserve?
Yes. My last client in particular, Meche.
Well, they all did qualify, Manuel. Especially her. But somehow, somebody with access to the files has stolen their just rewards. Their sweet hereafters.
Their tickets on the number 9?
Precisamente, amigo.
Did you know that the term code switching was invented partly to describe the way Puerto Ricans in New York would switch between languages?
What would they do with the tickets?
A ticket on the number 9 is like a leaf of gold, Manuel. Especially to one who has died with a less than perfect record. Someone is profiting here from those that would buy their way into heaven.
When you next see him drinking gold, remember that this is how he actually feels.
But money's not important here. We all just went out.
You want to get out, Manuel? And so do I someday. But for some people, this world is all there is. They have decided to seek pleasure and happiness here in the 8th underworld. And for that, you need money. Now that's all the briefing you need, soldier. ¡Viva la revolución!
Have you thought about using messages tied to balloons? I can get you plenty of balloons.
Pigeons, Manuel. Bring me their eggs.
Pues, okay.
¡Viva la revolución!
It's easy to miss this because Manny still looks the same. But he's not the same. He is undercover as his former self. Do you ever feel that way, that you're just playing a role as yourself? And now he has to play James Bond while wearing that suit.
He doesn't even hide his booze in the file cabinet. What kind of salesman is he? What a jock. Domino's mouthpiece. Ugh, Domino had this in his mouth. Domino's in all these pictures, shaking hands with dead celebs. No use for it. Cheap paper mill diplomas. I got plenty of my own. Something glowing in there. It looks like a glowing hunk of coral. No messages in Dom's fancy red tube. Congratulations, Domino, on your new job. Hector. It's the loose end of the rope made of ties. It's pretty long, though. I wonder if that's how Domino meant it to be used. That ladder goes to the roof.
Not only did I play Manny, who's playing James Bond, I managed to do it the right way. Have you seen anyone else do something like this in a Grim Fandango video yet? If you liked that, please like this video. Give me some of that 21st century applause in the form of comments, likes, shares, and all that jazz. And don't forget to ring that subscription bell. Next time, I am going to show you how flying skeletal pigeons make perfect sense. They are an integral part of this game, in that they explain lots of things that would otherwise appear to be just plot holes. The next video is going to be kind of short because I think it's shareable all by itself independent of the rest of my videos. So, see you next time for Flying Skeletal Pigeons Explain Everything.